Hey, check out the Moms Play Boys. I'm back. In this video, I'm reacting to another whatever podcast video. This video is titled, This is Why Single Men Should Not Date Single Moms. Before I get into the video, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. The channel is blowing up. We're about to hit 2,000 subs. Thank you, thank you. So hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, make sure you get the notifications. All right, let's get right into it.
So for example, like I would not want to date a woman who's a single mother.
You wouldn't?
I would not want to date
a stepdad?
Fuck no.
What if it was a widow? What if it was a widow situation?
That's what I was going to say.
Okay.
I was going to get to that. So whether it's a girl who she just, got knocked up, baby daddy dipped, whatever it is, versus she's a widow, that doesn't
But she
really
can't control either
anything.
one of those. Baby daddy leaves, she can't control that. Baby daddy
I feel like
dies.
at this point we're just trying to convince him out of his own preference.
That's true.
So
No, yeah,
it's not.
No, it's okay. Like you guys can ask questions. It's totally fine. I'm
no,
not-
right, but I see like where you're coming from because it's like no matter what it is, at the end of the day, his preference is a low body
Well,
count.
but bringing it back to the single mother thing, whether she's a widow, whether,
Like you just
You
wouldn't
don't want a
date her
baby.
at all?
well, it's because there would be, and I don't recommend men dating single mothers because the fact of the matter is, like a girl who does not have a child, she's going to be incredibly busy, probably more stressed than would a childless mom or
Lady.
woman. And she might have expectations that in a long-term relationship, she's going to want you to financially support. But the thing is that you coming in as a guy who's not the biological father, and I've went on like 1 or 2 dates with girls who are single moms. It's impossible they'll flake last minute. It's impossible,
So you're speaking out of like experience. It's not just
I've
like
never had I've never, I don't think I've even slept with a girl who's had
But
a
you're
kid,
speaking out of,
but
like,
I've been
yeah.
on two dates with single moms and tried to arrange a second date, flaked like, oh, my kid has this thing. 30 minutes. I'm already at the place or whatever. I'm already waiting.
yeah.
So scheduling wise, it's a pain in the ass.
Do you think in your age range it's harder to find?
No, there's a lot of single people.
But no,
there's
with
a lot
babies,
of single people. Huh?
With babies. I feel like, in like 30s, I feel like it's maybe harder to find a girl unless she chose not to be a mom.
Honestly, there's a lot of.
Really? Because I know, like, for us, it's like we always put a time on it, but I think time starts running out. So girls do have children in their 30s.
I'll say.
And they got to, right? In my age group, I'm 35. Girls, most of them have children already. So that's why I date younger usually. Because I personally don't want to date a single mom. I agree with him. Single moms have less time. They're busy. It's almost like to have a child and be a single mom is like to work 3 jobs. Like your time is limited, it's cut out. And so usually, my experience personally, single moms, I wouldn't say that they're always late or they cancel plans. They do cancel plans, but I think girls cancel plans anyway. They don't need to be a single mom and cancel plans. But single moms is either hit or miss. It's either they're definitely going to be on time or they're going to be 30 minutes late or so. And that's what they do. You got to kind of accept that, either they got their time organized or they don't got their time organized. So that's a risk about single moms. But being late and tardy, it is annoying. It's not the worst thing in my personal opinion because sometimes I can be late. But I think the worst thing about single moms personally is that they don't have that much time, right? They're time poppers, right? So that would be my reason for not dating a single mom. But I do know some great single moms that are beautiful, by the way.
There's a lot of women that have focused on their career and have put finding a relationship and having a family second. So I mean, there's a lot of women in my age range even that don't have any kids. But I mean, most of my recent relationships have been with people around my age. Like I want to say between 28, 29 to 34 in that age range. But like, I'm willing I'll date younger. I would actually say it's my preference to date someone younger. So Word. So how did we get onto the single mom thing? I forgot.
I don't
I
even
don't
know.
remember.
I was giving an example.
We were talking about like body count.
Body count.
Dating and social status.
Yeah, no, but I honestly, so there's a couple other reasons why not to date a single mom. I mean, first, like in her hierarchy of what she's paying attention to, and like you're down here, you're going to be way lower. So, I mean, whereas if you're dating a girl who doesn't have a kid, you might be her second priority. You know, they're going to be, maybe their career's their first priority, maybe not. But like you're always going to come after the kid. So, and I don't have kids. So, and the kid's not mine. And so I don't know, it's just a big headache. And then, but you wouldn't be able to discipline. She expects you to, if she expects you to provide financially, if you're in a long-term relationship, but it's still her kid, so she's probably going to have an issue if you need to discipline the kid. So you have all the responsibility, but none of the authority that would.
These are like Kevin Samuels talking points. These are like a little bit of fresh and fit talking points. I think Kevin Samuels is the one that originated it, but it's true. Responsibility without authority is slavery. See, if I was a stepfather, I wouldn't want to discipline the kids. So I don't know. People say this is like a negative to it. I don't want to beat your kids anyway, to be honest with you. I don't want to beat your children. You know what I'm saying? So that wouldn't be the downside. The downside would just be financially having to take care of another child. But, you know, a couple things, if you got the money like that and she's worth it, all right. And that's why, you know, I see why single moms want to go after someone that got a lot of money, because they'll probably figure, all right, your kid's not going to be that big of an expense. Think of Diddy and Quincy, right? Quincy looks at Diddy kind of like a dad, even though he has a real father, I believe, Al B. Sure. And, you know, Diddy doesn't look at Quincy as an expense. He looks at him as an investment, and they got a really good relationship. That's something I believe I could have with a stepmother's child. You know what I'm saying? But it's rare. You need the kid and the stepfather to be on a cooperative family kind of term, you know, which, like I said, I wouldn't want to spank the child. So that wouldn't be a downside for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to beat your badass kids either.
Normally come with, you know, being a father. So to me, that's slavery. No.
Wait, what?
If you have responsibility but no authority, to me that's slavery. I'm being a bit extra.
I mean,
but
we might go over, but I was just going to say personally, if I did have a child and the father was absent and somebody came in and was willing to help and take on responsibility, yes, there would be some fine lines that you can't cross. But, you know, if you are going to take on that responsibility and you want to be in my child's life, then yeah, I am going to treat you like the dad if that is the responsibility you want to take on. But if not, it's totally fine as well. You can walk away.
And well, the other thing too is once a woman has a child with someone, like there's a greater likelihood that the bio dad is involved in that messes the relationship that you'd have with her, and then she's maybe wanting to, you know, reconcile the relationship with a bio dad, and then he's around, and if it's shared custody, he's coming by, maybe she has resentment, and it's
I've
just
been
a
through
whole
it.
fucking
I've
thing.
been through it, though.
And as a guy who does not have a kid, like, why would I put myself in a situation where, to me, that is not a, when I have other choices, why would I pick what is essentially a detrimental choice in a partner when I could date a woman who doesn't have any other kids?
I'm just speaking because I've been through both scenarios.
You have a kid?
No, I don't have a kid. I have dated somebody who does, and I went through the whole messy situation. Me and her are good now. Me and him aren't together, but me and her are good. We've grown a relationship. So
wait, was it a relationship with a woman?
No, I was with the guy.
You were with the guy, and I see. Okay.
Yeah, it was messy at first. Everything settled down, but I'm just telling you my viewpoint from being on both sides.
Okay, here I'm gonna stop her because I guess she's trying to describe that it's okay with her and her daughter, maybe. I don't know. Couple things I want to say. One, Brian, I think that's the name, Brian, right? Looks a little odd with the sunglasses. I would say take that off personally. I don't know what Brian was thinking. I think he wants to. Brian's kind of one of those kids that's really smart but wants to be cool. You know, I would go on to whatever podcast, and no shade to him. I think he did an incredible job. But just character, just describing who I believe the character is. So the glasses and the plaid shirt don't work, I think, personally. Also, he looks a little pasty compared to his guest. You know, like he's like super pasty, so he might want to tan that out. Get some skin color. It's nice outside, right? You guys are in Santa Barbara, or maybe he's just one of those people that just can't tan, so they stay pasty like that all year round. Either way, the single mom thing is not the same as the single dad thing. That's another thing. Women tend to not mind kids at all. I mean, some women might even be more attracted to you because you have kids. So, from what I can tell, look at Future. Future got 8 baby moms. None of them seem mad that he got baby moms. Nick Cannon got a bunch of baby moms. They don't seem too mad. It doesn't seem like any of them are really pissed they're not the only one. I think girls are just happy they can have high value seed, even if they have to share it. That's just the reality of it. So even if they have to share a high value man, they're willing to do it.
Of it. I was, so it's like, I know I'm not a mom, but listening to her side of the story, I know completely how she felt. With him, it was like, it was just a whole mess, but I can see both sides. Where, as the person where it's like, you don't know what you're walking into. And then the one with the child, it's like,
sure.
You want that family, but at the same time, it's going to create a mess. If the person said who doesn't want to be the dad, it's just, yeah.
And also the other thing, not to sound like a total ruthless asshole, but like if you're dating a single mother and you're dating her for a long time and you're like a genuinely good dude, you will get an attachment to the kid. If you're like, helping take care of the kid or whatever, if the kid is starting to view you as the father figure and you're helping take care of him, if that relationship ends, you have like, you're going to not only be kind of sad about the end of the relationship, but also there's this kid that you've built a bond with, and when you're not the bio dad, you'd have no rights there. I'm not saying that a guy should if he's not the bio dad, but what I'm saying is it's sort of like a double breakup in a way. Like in the same way if they had like a dog or something and you got really attached to the dog and you really like their dog or something. Yeah, I don't know if any of you have dated. You're looking at me like this guy's fucking crazy.
I will.
No, but like if you had a
yeah, someone got to interject. Brian. Again, these are talking points from Kevin Samuels. They were reiterated by Fresh and Fit. So what? Lose a kid. Why would you be more pissed off that you're losing a relationship with a kid that's not yours than the girl? I'd be more upset about the mom. Like, damn, I wanted to be the mom. It didn't work out. I dated her. She was a single mom. Now, what I'm saying? I got to break up with her and I'm losing the bond I have with their kid. All right. So what? That's not the worst part. The worst part is losing a lover, I would say, more than the child. The child's not yours. So I can love people and not have any connection to them because, the reality of it is that people are free. Let people go to be who they want to be. I'm not going to be upset that even if I had a good friend and I lost a relationship with a good friend, for whatever reason, they chose that they want to not be friends anymore or they're going to move or for some reason we can't be friends. We can't hang out like we used to. I'm okay with that. That's life. So no, I don't think this is a con for dating a single mom. Is that if you guys break up, you can't be buddy with her kids no more. Like, why do you want to be so buddy with these kids? They're not your kids. At the end of the day, I'm going to treat some other person's kids politely, like I would treat any other kid in the world that I didn't know. With respect, I'll try to get along with them. I'll try to coexist. I do this with everybody. But to be attached to you, why am I attached to you? Why am I putting my emotional attachment into a child that's not mine? Like I said, I could just love and respect the child like I love and respect any other child from a distance. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see that as an issue. But like I said, this is a talking point that gets regurgitated, and the manosphere doesn't know what to do but just spit it back.
If you had a partner and they had a dog, it was their dog, clearly. And it's kind of like you really like the dog, you really like the dog. And then, you break up. Okay, you never see the dog again, So,
can I say too? I will
sure.
say I'm from Nevada, but in the state of Nevada, and I'm not sure the exact timeline, But if you are with a pregnant woman and the child is not yours and you're there with her when she gives labor and you're with her for 6 months after the child is born, you legally become in like some sort of legal situation, you become the father in the legal stance.
Stop the cap.
Yeah, but it's a custody thing. It's a custody thing.
All right, guys, don't date pregnant women.
In Nevada.
In Nevada, I guess. Well, I mean.
And don't quote me on the timing. Don't quote me on the right thing. But like my mom is like CPS. She told me about this stuff. But yeah, if you're with a woman and she's having a child, you're with her when she has the child, and you stay with her 6 months after the child, and the father is not in the picture, you're now in the picture, and your name now becomes under that. So when you leave, you're still legally responsible for that child's support.
Bruh.
That's terrible. That's terrible. But look, this is why, and I heard it in Tennessee, actually. I might have to do a separate video on this. But in Tennessee, they just passed a law that before a man can sign a birth certificate, he must do a blood test. This is perfect. This is perfect. We're going to finally see with Tennessee's results how many people were getting away with paternity fraud, right? Paternity fraud, to me, it's obviously still rampant. People estimate that up to 10% of people in the world are mistaken about who their dad is, right? 1 out of 10 people are mistaken about who their dad is. So laws like that, they should pass that law in New Jersey too. Jersey, New York, everywhere, right? In order for you to sign a birth certificate, you need to take a blood test. That's how we know that no one's getting scammed. But this is how biased, and this is how gender specific a lot of these laws are. The laws go in favor of the women. So, there's some tough laws on child support. There's some tough laws on alimony and all these different institutions that exist to protect women. But there's no laws, with the exception of this one new law in Tennessee, to protect men against paternity fraud, which is the biggest thing, right? A woman might take you through the rail with a child that's not even yours, right? You might have to pay child support. If you were married, you might have to pay alimony. You're taking care of a woman who cheated on you and had another man's child, but she's sticking the bill on you. That's stuff that men have to worry about. Women don't have to worry about that. Because we know every child that a woman has, she knows who's the mother is, right? You're the mother, okay? But the man, we don't know that. And this is why body count's an issue. This is why we care about a woman's past, because we want to know if she's the type of girl that would cheat on you, and then when you say, hey, I want a DNA test, they're looking at you like, oh, you don't trust me? I don't trust nobody, girl. I don't trust myself. Okay. Because if I might have got you pregnant, clearly I'm an idiot, right? That's that kind of thing. So, all right, man. I think that was a good video. Like, subscribe. I'll talk to you, Playboys and Playgirls, soon. We're doing live stream tonight. Okay, 10 p.m. B squared. 10 p.m. We're doing a live stream, right? I'll talk to you guys. Until next time, throw the deuces up.